I need to heal, and I've been on this journey for more than 20 years, and I come here today and I'm still crying.
Yeah.
It still hurts. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I still feel it here.
So, yeah. So, this word, still. Still. This is a huge thing. This is a huge one. Still. This is always the voice of the mind. Why? After all these years, after all the healing, after all the courses, after all the retreats, after all the book, after all the evolution, after all why am I still feeling this? That's one of the big stories of the mind. One of the voices is, after all these years, after all I've done, after all my insight and my clarity and my healing, why am I still feeling this sadness? Why am I still feeling this burning? Why still? So this word "still" is very interesting. Still, because it implies, doesn't it? It's almost like that there was the expectation. It contains there's this expectation that this by now. That's another way of saying it, by now. By now, this should be gone. By now, I shouldn't be feeling this. By now. By now. There is no such thing as by now. By now is the big lie. By now is the great dishonoring of your experience. By now. Still. By now. It's like, I see this so often, I've seen this so often in myself and in people that I meet and work with. It's, yeah, like this should be gone by now. I should be healed from this I should be over this by now. I should be over this by now. It's so violent. We're so violent to ourselves. You know, it's so cruel to us. It's so unkind to ourselves, really, to think that we should. Look, it's like there's a knock on your door, your front door, and you open the door, and a child walks in, and the child. They've been wandering for many years looking for a home, and they're cold and they're frightened and they're lost and they're lonely and they're sad, you know. And this is like our experience. Is like so often that these children are knocking on the door, like the sadness, or like what else comes to visit? You said sadness comes and
sadness. I'm no good.
Yeah.
I'm not worthy of this.
Yeah. Unworthy.
You may have a talent, but you ain't gonna get nowhere with it. You're no. Yeah. So these parts of us come to visit. You have to kind of reframe the whole thing. The doubt child, the sadness child, the child that feels like a total failure. They come to visit, and so quickly. We go into the old story like, why are you still here? I thought you would be gone by now. I'm so disappointed. I thought you would. Can you feel the violence in that? I mean, the self-violence. It's like they just come. All they want is just to be allowed to be here now. That's all they're asking. The sadness. The fear, the doubt. They just want to be allowed in now. And then we go so quickly into, why are you still here? It seems like such a small thing, but when it comes to the heart, it's such a huge thing. The heart, that's not the voice of the heart. The heart never says, why are you still here? The heart says, oh, you're here. The heart never says, why are you still here? I thought I was over you by now. The heart says, oh, you're here. There's no still. There's no by now. There's only here. There's only now. You were never meant to be free from these things. Were you here yesterday? Yesterday I was saying how this idea that I should be free from, I should be free from this. That's the mind's version of freedom. Free from. Oh, I thought one day I'd be free from you. And in a way, these are all your children. The rage as much as the sorrow, as much as the doubt, as much as the joy. They're all your children, you know, and they come to you. They come to you, not to punish you, not to show you how much you failed, but because you are their home. So quickly we go, oh, so because sadness is here, I must be doing something wrong. I must be so far from healing. How do I get from here to healing? I've got it. Sadness does not want to be healed, it wants to be held. Sadness does not want to be healed, it wants to be held. Which is the healing, ironically. It wants to be, the word heal and the word whole are from the same root. It wants to be included in the wholeness. It wants to be part of the whole. Not. For you, just a moment finally of, instead of trying to heal, give up trying to heal, really, in that sense.
So I shouldn't bother trying to sing in tune anymore. Just give it up. Hallelujah, brother. No, but seriously though, so this is just going to be an ongoing process.
Yeah.
It's never going to stop.
And in the end, it's not even really a process. Like you are present. Your presence itself. You are that home. You are home. You are home. And all these children come to visit you. Sadness will come to visit, and she'll come and she'll leave and she'll come back. And that never has to stop. If your heart is open, why does that ever have to stop? If your heart is open, why does that ever have to stop? We always think in terms of getting there. Even healing becomes the new. If your home is open, if your heart is open, sadness can come, sadness can go, doubt can come and visit, doubt can go. You can be the great entertainer, you know, you can entertain in the deeper sense of entertain, and entertain all of your guests. So they don't want to be healed. They want to be held. Yeah. And that's how you break the violence. That's how you, like, you're the one who begins to break the cycle of violence. You know? Every time you can, when that sadness child comes to visit, instead of pushing it away or running or going, oh, why are you still here? And when will I be free from you? Instead, just in a moment, you can just remember, oh, it's okay to hold it in your presence. It's held in your presence. That's how you begin to break this cycle of karma, this cycle of violence, you know. Like, it had to be you, right? It had to be you.
Who else is there?